Hey, Shalom family, Most High Christ bless you. It's myself, Officer Ria, here from IUIC London, all right? And guess what? The topic today, it's an interesting topic. The topic today is, are Israelites in Africa, all right? Are Israelites in Africa? Yeah, so I'm going to go into it. I'm going to dive into it, give some explanations on who are the Israelites in Africa, but it's going to be part one and part twos and so on and so forth, so that you can digest what the Bible's saying. All right. So first and foremost, let's get Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. Let's go there real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So Moses spake these words unto all Israel. Now remember, the sign to show who the Israelites are today is when we read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. All right. It goes into who are the Israelites today. All right. So we know that Moses was addressing who? The Israelites. So that's the context, right? So go to verse 15.
Verse 15.
Well, did you finish verse 1?
No, sir.
Yeah, finish verse 1 first.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Read.
On this side Jordan, in the wilderness.
In the wilderness, right? So this side Jordan, in the wilderness. Now, where were they coming out from? Egypt. Where's Egypt? Northeast Africa. All right? That's where it's located. Now, remember, Israel, which is the land that they walked into, was also known as Northeast Africa. All right?
That's right.
Northeast Africa. Now, I'm going to say something clear. Now, the continent of Africa has never, ever, right, been united, right? Remember, Egypt and Israel are neighboring countries. You understand? But they still enslaved the Israelites. Do you understand? So remember, it's a continent. It is a continent. It's where Israel is Northeast Africa, so on and so forth. Get me that precept, Galatians 4. Read verse 26 as well, just to show you that the mother, because a lot of people say the motherland, right? But read that real quick.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 26.
Read.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free.
So Jerusalem, which is above, is free, all right? Now, Jerusalem's located where? Northeast Africa. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right now, they put the Suez Canal there to divide it. But that's just because they're trying to detach anything close to our own history. All right? So, apart from that, so what we'll do, start off with, go to verse 15. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. Let's go there. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass,
Uh-huh.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So the Lord said, if we do not listen unto the voice of the Lord our God, if we do not hearken unto it, right? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments
Uh-huh.
and his statutes which I command thee this day,
Read.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all these curses will come upon the Israelites and overtake them, right? Read verse 32.
Verse 32.
Read.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So our sons and our daughters will be given unto another people. How did this happen? In slavery, all right? It happened in slavery. Now, IT, right? Give me the slave trade. The slave trades. I'm going to show you something because a lot of us only know the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, transatlantic slave trade. So let's get that real quick. Let's get that real quick. The slave trade. The slave trade. I send a link there. You guys should have it. Yes, expound on it. Just go and show more. The show more button. Yep. All right, so we're just going to read the numbers. So the first one, it says the transatlantic slave trade, which is a lot of us that know this side, right? Which is the transatlantic slave trade, which is going into what the Israelites been scattered into the Americas, all right? The so-called Caribbean islands, your so-called Jamaica today, your so-called Guyana, your Brazils. This is what took place in this part with the transatlantic slave trade, all right? So go down, scroll down a bit. Now you have the sub-Saharan slave trade, slowly. The sub-Saharan slave trade. Now this is a slave trade that took place prior, okay? This took place prior. I need to see the screen full, please. Yeah. Full the screen. I don't need to see everything else. Just full up the screen. so I can see it. All right. So the sub-Saharan slave trade is where the Arabs sold us. Okay. Now this is a slave trade that is not really spoken about. I just want to keep the screen like this, right? Just keep it like that. Now this estimate is saying 7th century. Yeah. The 7th century. Now this slave trade, I'm going to show you a lot of this slave trade here. Now go down. You see what? The Indian Ocean slave trade. This also took place on the continent of Africa. Now, this is how a lot of our brothers are scattered into this modern-day Iraq, right? The Afro-Iraqis, all right? A lot of our brothers that were sold into Yemen, right? A lot of our brothers that were sold into Somalia, and our brothers that were also sold into places of Ethiopia, which is Kush, all right? So I'm going to expound on some of that just to show you, brothers, that the Bible is a true book, right? The Bible is definitely a true book, right? Go to Isaiah 11. Just keep that on the screen. You can take that off for now. Just wanted to give you the slave trade. So when you read 32, it says sold, sons and daughters being sold. That's what's going into slavery. So I just wanted to expound on the slave trades, right? Carry on.
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11.
Read.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
So the second time to recover the remnant of his people. That is happening today. That's what's happening today. All right? So read.
Which shall be left from Assyria.
Assyria, which is modern day Turkey. Okay, carry on.
And from Egypt.
And from Egypt is Africa. Now remember, the prophecy is that what will be scattered into all nations. Right? Carry on.
And from Paphros.
Paphros, which is South Sudan, which is Sudan today. Right, Sudan. Now, when you look at Sudan today, it's not called Egypt, but back then, Egypt and Sudan were one country. Yeah, so Sudan would have been North Egypt, which borders Congo today, which they call modern day Zaire, which is Uganda today. So these are the countries that were bordering today. Today, I'm just talking about today on the map. It would be bordering that. All right, carry on.
And from Kush.
And from Kush, which is East Africa, Somalia, Ethiopia, that region. Read. Somaliland, carry on.
And from Elam.
And from Elam, Persia, read.
And from Shinar.
And from Shinar, which is Iraq, read.
And from Hamath.
And from Hamath, which is Syria today. All right? So we have the Afro-Palestinians. That is going into that also, read.
And from the islands of the sea.
So the islands of the sea is talking about all and beyond. So your Papua New Guineas, your Pacific Islands, your Fijis, all of that. That's what it's going into, right? Carry on.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations.
Read.
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
So a lot of those brothers in Africa, they are the outcasts of Israel. That's who the Israelites are in Africa. Now we do have some Judites over there, because the prophecy says it. Carry on. It says it in the same book. Carry on.
And gather together the dispersed of Judah.
So there is Judah dispersed outside the America that we know as today. There is Judah dispersed. But it also is what? Carry on.
From the four corners of the earth.
So there's Judah scattered from the four corners of the earth. Now, when you talk about Judah, you got Judah. You also, in the mix of that, you got Benjamin, Levi. Right? You got them there. Read.
Verse 13.
Read.
The envy also of Ephraim.
Now, Ephraim is the head of the northern kingdom. Now, the northern kingdom is the majority of the 12 tribes. That's what you brothers have to understand, and sisters as well. Because I know a lot of us don't really know a lot about history, African history, relating to the Bible. All right? So this is why I'm here to expound on that. Carry on.
The envy also of Ephraim shall depart.
Read.
And the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah,
Read.
and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
So the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, today, some of them are at odds. And we've been at odds since the second, when you read 2 Kings, since the split. Right? There was a split that happened, and since then we've been apart. So that's why I'm saying that we will not envy. That's why today some of us, Latinos, blacks, we struggle to get along. Right? Because there's something in the midst there. But we are the same people. Right? We are the same people. Now, let's get back to context. Africa, right? Zephaniah 3:10. Read that real quick. Load up the second image. Number 2, let's get that. Read Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 10.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 10.
Read.
From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia.
Now, Ethiopia's where? In East Africa. So beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, right? The rivers that it's going into is the White Nile, the Blue Nile, right? Those are the rivers that are located in Ethiopia today. You understand? So read.
My suppliants,
My suppliants.
even the daughter of my dispersed.
So the daughter of my dispersed. So he's saying that the Israelites are scattered in Africa. That's what he's talking about. That's why you see our leadership going there. They ain't crazy. They know exactly what they're doing. You understand? They're following exactly what the scriptures are saying. Now, there's a lot of different camps out there that don't believe this. Guess what? You just don't believe the Bible. That's as simple as that. You understand? So let's load up. Number 2 is a link, right? Number 2. All right, so we're talking about Somalia right now, right? So before we get into it, now remember we already spoke about the slave trades. So just quickly read that, right? Read.
Yes, sir. The Somali Bantus,
Now, Bantus is a word that we're going to expound on a little bit today also, but carry on.
also known as Jarir,
Now, also known as Jarir,
meaning hard hair.
meaning hard hair, which is what the hair that we have, that they call, right? Curly hair, afro hair. Read.
Jaraween,
Read.
or Wagosha,
Uh-huh.
meaning people of the forest,
Read.
are a Bantu ethnic minority group in Somalia
Read.
who primarily reside in the southern part of the country, near the Juba and Shabelle rivers.
Shabelle River. So this is located in the south, right? Now, I'm going to show you how these brothers and sisters got over there, right? So carry on.
The Somali Bantus arrived in Somalia during the 19th century Somali slave trade.
There's the Somali what?
Slave trade
Read.
from a variety of cultural groups
Read.
originating
Scroll
in
down. Scroll down. Scroll down a bit. Right. Yep, that's it. That's what I want. That's it.
originating in present-day Tanzania
Originated in Tanzania,
and Mozambique.
which is also the east side. Remember we spoke about the East African slave trade that was earlier on? This is part of it, right? Read.
Settled in agricultural communities in Somalia,
Read.
integrated into the Somali clan system,
Read.
accepted Islam,
Read.
adopted a local dialect of Somali.
Right. So remember, they were brought there from the Somali slave. They say the Somali slave trade, but this was happening on the eastern continent of Africa. So these brothers were taken from Tanzania and Mozambique, which is East Africa, into Somalia. Right? Into Somalia. Carry on.
Or while they perpetuated various non-Somali cultural practices from their pre-slavery past.
For their pre-slavery past. Okay, so let me just see what else is down there. Scroll down, scroll down. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want. So come off of that for a sec. Come off of that link right there. So I'm just trying to show you that there's Israelites scattered throughout Africa. Now there's ships that was the transportation. So there was ships going into different parts of Africa. So if you wanted to take a slave from East Africa, you would take him into this side, or you take him into that side, or whatever the case may be. But that Somali Bantu, right? We're gonna expound on that Bantu stuff, right? Now those brothers that are over there, they are the Israelites. The Bantus over there are the Israelites. The Yabir, which means the Hebrews, in Somalia are the Israelites. The Magdan clan are the Israelites. That's in the Bible, right? And we've got proof. Remember, Deuteronomy 28, read verse 48. Now read verse 64. Give me 64.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64.
Read.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
So the Lord will scatter us amongst all people. How? Slavery, boats, ships. That's how we will be scattered. That's how we are scattered amongst all people, right? Read.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
Even unto the other.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy forefathers have known, even wood and stone.
All right. So now, I just highlighted one that says number 4, right? That image there, I want you to post that up. I want you to post up that image. But before you do that, yeah, post up that image there. Yeah, so post up that image right there. All right. So this is a passage out of the Genius of the Bantu, right? The Genius of the Bantu. It's a book, right, that you see the bishop going over a lot of the times, right, to expound on history regarding Africa and Israelites in Africa, all right? Now, the word Bantu, you will see it a lot of the times within the continent today. It is not in the Bible, the word Bantu is not, but they are described as the Bantu today, right? Now, let's read that. So the book is called The Land of the Heart of Livingstone, or The Genius of the Bantu. All right, that's what it is. So just read that.
Those of customs.
No, read from the highlighted.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The contention has been made that the extraneous element of the Bantu was derived from the tribes of Israel.
They were derived from where?
The tribes of Israel.
So the Bantu is derived from the tribes of Israel. Now remember, we read it. Read Isaiah 11 again. Read that. Read verse. Was it 13? No, verse 12. Read verse 12. Hold that.
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12.
Read.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations.
Read.
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
So the outcasts of Israel are the so-called Bantu people today in Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Now, some of that, yes, you do have Judah. And I'm going to prove to you that there is Judah in Africa. I'm going to show you. I am going to show you. But finish this off. Read that.
From the tribes of Israel,
Read.
which were first carried away to Babylon.
Carried away to Babylon. Read.
As related in the scriptures.
Okay, read.
And who afterward, in whole or in part, migrated through Egypt into equatorial Africa.
How did they do that? Luke 21 as well. Let's read that. Luke 21. I'm going to show you that this was happening. Remember, our brothers and sisters have been in Africa for many years. Many years. They've been migrating for many years. Those Ethiopian Jews, they've been migrating a long time ago. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's been a long time. So I just want to show you. Give me that Luke 21. Is it Luke 21:20? Read that real quick.
Yes, sir. Luke chapter 21, verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
So the desolation, meaning the destruction thereof, is nigh. Read.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Flee into the mountains, meaning what? Flee deeper into Africa. That's what it's talking about. Flee deeper into Africa. That's why you hear migration. That's why you hear all of that. They tried to play it that, but we were fleeing. We were fleeing persecution from the Roman Empire. Do you understand? And guess what? As we was migrating down, we was meeting other clans and other tribes of Hamitic tribes that we were overcoming and fighting to stay in the land. You don't just accept visitors. Think about it. If people coming into your land, you're going to fight them. It was always in our culture to fight. You understand what I'm saying? So we migrated and we settled amongst them. And we set up our kingdoms and so on and so forth, right? So, finish off where you're reading.
Yes, sir.
Read.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out.
And depart out.
And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
Okay, don't enter thereinto. All right, cool. So get me up the next image. Get me number 5. Get me number 5. So we're just going to expound more. We're going to expound more so that you guys understand it, right? So I did make a claim saying that there's Judah in Africa. So I am going to show you. I will show you. All right? So this map here is showing you. So if you zoom in a bit, these are all the Israelites that are scattered within Africa today. Now, there is more images. There's more. As you can see, there's Gabon. So when you go zoom into the green circles. So go come out a little bit because it's a bit blurry. So you got the Mavumbu Jews, which is modern day Cameroon and Gabon, right? Which is also a part of the Kingdom of Congo. Okay, you know, you got the Cabinda Jews, which is the modern day Angola today, right? So there's Jews all over. Remember, it said that there will be Jews scattered throughout. Now, in today. Now, these countries, the way it's spoke, you realize there's no Ghana, there's no Nigeria locations, but the actual West Coast, you can see the Ashanti over there. Zoom in over there. You see the Ashanti on the left, right? That is the kingdom of Judah. Now, in that, remember I did expound Judah. A lot of times you got Judah, you got Benjamin, you got Levi. Do you understand? A lot of the Benjamites came from this part of the continent, right? Now there's a shanty town in Jamaica today, all right? And the Maroons and so on and so forth that fought for the freedom of the people of the country today, right? They fought against the Spaniards, right? They fought against the Spaniards, right? And the British and so on and so forth, right? Ashanti, a lot of the Ashanti, yes, there is Judah there, but there's a lot of them they'll be called Benjamin today. Yeah, they'll be called Benjamin today. Now remember, the house of Judah covers Judah, Benjamin, Levi. So a lot of them, yes, you'll be called a Jew. You would be called a Jew. If you was a Levite, you would be called a Jew. Do you understand what I'm saying? Remember, if they was to see a bunch of blacks, now in the midst of that, right now we got black Northern Kingdom. We got black Northern Kingdom. But if they see all of us in a pack, they're just going to call us Jews. They're not going to be, oh, he's Northern Kingdom, he's this and that. So majority of the times, yes, it's said the Jews, but when you go into it, yes, a lot of them are Judah, a lot of them are Benjamin as well. These are Jews that are scattered throughout the continent of Africa, right? Now, brothers, there was a link. If you just go on Google real quick, I just want you guys to search something up. There's one thing I want you to search. No, it's not the Google link. Sorry, number 3. Number 3 on the link. I did send it. So we're going to expound on it real quick. Number 3. Let's go. All right. So, number 3. The Abba Udaya, right? So this is in Uganda. So just read this.
The Abba Udaya, Uganda for people of Judah.
For the people of what?
People of Judah.
The people of Judah. This is located in Uganda today. This is the people of Judah. Read.
Are a Jewish community.
Now, the reason why I say it's a Jewish community is what you have to understand is that every time that our brothers know who they are, Amalek will go over there and teach them something different.
The hell is this?
You understand? Which is the modern day Judaism that you see today. Do you understand? But these are the brothers that were scattered through 70 AD. Right? They're called the people of Judah. So when you read the word Abba Yedaya, a lot of us don't speak. A lot of our first language is English. So when you hear any type of word, you'll be thinking it's got nothing to do with the Bible, nothing and so on and so forth. Right? But that's not what it's talking about. So this is a people that's located in Uganda today. All right? What is the 4th image? Let's get the 4th image up real quick. We're nearly done. Just get up get me number 6. Sorry. Number 6. I'm going to show you something also. So remember the context is Israelites in Africa. So zoom up, zoom in. So all right, cool. So now you have Ethiopia. You got Beta Israel, which are being afflicted today in the land of Israel. You know, a lot of them have been injected to make sure that they're not reproducing. As you know, Israel's the standard of the sea. So that's the affliction that they're going through right now. In Israel, they're going through affliction right now. Yes, there is Israelites in Ethiopia. There is Israelites in Eritrea. Yes, there is. This is the outcast of Israel, as the Bible says. Do you understand? So, then you have the Uganda. Did we not read Abba Yedaya? If you zoom in, you can see the Abba Yedaya over there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Located. We have Kenya also, right? The Kasuku and the Kikuyu. The Kikuyu tribe in Kenya today, they came out from the Assyrian captivity. They are from the tribe of Asher. All right? They're from the tribe of Asher, right? Where they're going to say a Jewish community or a Jews. Carry on, keep the image up. I'm not done. You have the Igbo, which means Hebrew. All right? They are a mixture of Gad, which is Northern Kingdom, right? And also the outcast of Judah.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That is today, all right? Ghana, we know already, we touched on it. We also have Cape Verde, which is an island that's just off the west coast, which is also Africa. There is Israelites there. Now, when you go down, Cameroon. Now today, the capital of Cameroon is called Yaoundé, right? Yaoundé. The Jews are there. The Jews are there, right? In Congo, you have Jews. Wherever it's got the green, it's showing you where the Jews are, right? You also have, it's going into one specific tribe also, the Baluba tribe, as well, the Baluba tribe. So those, well, in the books of the Genius of the Bantu, you're going to read about it called the Luba tribe. But the Ba is really going into children, right? So when you hear, but the same way you say Ben, Israel, Ba is the same thing, means children, child of this. So the Bantu means the people of God, the children of God. That's all it means. Do you understand? Just a modern day translation. You have Madagascar, which is where we went. It says the descendants of David. Do you understand what I'm saying? The descendants of David. So there is Jews there, but a lot of our brothers and sisters in Madagascar are Northern Kingdom. A lot of them are a mixture of Issachar. Obviously, we know Dan's not a known tribe no more, but Dan's in there as well. Those are the tribes that are in there. And also you got the outcasts of that. Now, when you got South Africa, you have South Africa and Zimbabwe. Now, the Lemba people are the Levites today. They are from the tribe of Levi. Yeah, they are the tribe of Levi. Hold this image. We're going to come right back to it. So now what we're going to do is there is some images I do want to show you guys real quick. Right, this is the part 1, so there will be part 2, part 3, so on and so forth. So let's just get, there's images. You can breeze through the images. I just sent images. I didn't put them in exact order. Right, there should be some photos. Right, so this here is Queen Nzinga. Right, now she was a queen in the Kingdom of Congo. Now you realize that she got fringes on her border. Yeah, now she was killed because she was vouching and saying that we are the Israelites and the Jews are black. You understand? And the Portuguese are the one that killed her. You understand what I'm saying? Now remember, the first war that happened in the Congo was the Portuguese were the first people to invade it. They lost the first war. Esau came back, and they obviously, remember, prophecy has to be fulfilled, so they overcame it. So whilst they had them captive there, she was bringing out who they were and bringing out their history of who they are according to the Bible. Now, this queen was located in Congo. Her image, this is a live statue today in Angola. All right? Angola was a part of Congo. It's just a border, right? Remember, they cut it up, the Belgian conference, they cut up, they divided the land, so on and so forth. These barriers weren't there. You understand? These barriers that you see today, they weren't there. All right, so go through the next image. I'll show you some more. So this one here is King Alfonso, right? You can see he's got fringes also. He was converted to Catholicism, but this is after the Portuguese have overthrown the Congo, right? So carry on. Carry on with the images. There will be more. I'm just going to give some context. Now, this is the guards that were there. You can see the blue, you can see the ribbon, and you can see the fringes, right? I'm going to show you that they're still doing it today as well, right? But this is the guards that were there, right? Fringes on their garments, so on and so forth, right? Read. Carry on. Sorry, I said read. All right, so today, this is modern day today. Zoom in. Now, remember, a lot of our brothers, they adopted their customs as well. Now, when you look in, zoom in to the fringes, not to the chest. We know he needs gym. All right? They're still wearing the fringes today. Carry on. Just the palm fringes that you see today. Carry on. Next image. Now, this is a part of the us being stripped away. Now, that is a brother looking at his daughter's hand and feet. His daughter's hands and feet. You understand what I'm saying? And someone taking a picture of that.
The hell is this?
Now you see Congo, it looks all right. It looks nice there, but they don't look like that today. They don't look like that today. Carry on. Let me see some more images. Now read 48. Read Deuteronomy 28, verse 48.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48.
Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So the Lord will send our enemies against us. Now remember, this Bantu came from where? Israel. They migrated. Remember we read the book of the migration, meaning they fled persecution, right? Some of them have been there from after the Babylonian captivity too. They've been fleeing into different parts of Africa. But it's talking about the mass migration is talking about 70 AD. Yeah? Now, the occupiers of the land of Congo, remember we spoke about Somalia already. We showed that they were taken from the East African slave trade. They were taken on ships. The occupiers of the Congo prior to the Bantus getting there is called the Pygmy people. Now, I just want you to go on Google, type in Pygmies. All right? Type in Pygmies. Pygmies. Yeah, Pygmies. All right? So just go on like an image. Actually, no, that's all right. I like that. So it says pygmy. Read that. My English ain't great.
Pygmy is an anthropological umbrella term for ethnic groups whose adult men have an average height of less than 150 centimeters.
Read.
4 feet 11.
Right, so go to the image. So I'm going to show you what these Bantus look like. Just images. Right? A lot of them are very short. Go to the right. Click. Yeah, click it. So these are the pygmy. These are the people that were in the land before. Now, I'm not saying that there's no Israelites in this, because I know that we was mingling with every sort of, we was doing a lot of stuff. But these are the people of the land. Scroll down. You see that? These are the pygmies. Yeah, these are the pygmies today. Right? These are the actual inhabitants of the land. So the modern day Congo today is their land. You understand? But you know why the Israelites are being afflicted? Because they didn't follow God's commandments. That's the bottom line. We can't get around it. If you don't follow God's commandments and you are from Israel, you will suffer the curses. You want your solutions and your problems to be solved, you have to follow the commandments. That's it. No matter where you go, you could go to flipping a remote island. The Lord will send the enemy right over there. Bow! And you will make sure that you feel those curses too. There ain't no running from this stuff. So read 48. Again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48.
Apparently you guys got the Malawi thing now. Yeah, all right, cool. So we're going to show you in a sec. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So therefore you will serve your enemies,
which the Lord shall send against thee.
Now get that image up. The one that was up with the brothers in chains. All right, read.
In hunger. And in thirst.
So in hunger and in thirst. Read.
And in nakedness.
And
in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. And that's what you see. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you see. The Israelites, wherever they are, you see yokes of iron. Now, this literal picture here is in the Congo. You understand what I'm saying? Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he has destroyed. And that's why a lot of them brothers over there are smitten with madness. Not just Congo. All over that continent. Where the Jews are. Where the outcast of Israel, the northern kingdom, also are. They are smitten with madness. They are, they've been brought low. They've been destroyed mentally. You understand? Oh, Africa this. Oh, Africa's rich. You ain't benefiting nothing from Africa. You ain't benefiting a goddamn thing from Africa. You ain't benefiting anything. So all this, Africa this, Africa that, leave it alone. Remember, we are the Israelites. The word Africa comes from Leo Scipio Africanus. It's his surname. You understand? So when you say, I'm an African, you may be thinking black power. But no, guess what? You're actually saying that you're a property of Leo Scipio Africanus. That's what you're saying. So let's get that. Malawi. I want to show you something else. Play inside. Okay. So, we did find it. So, what was the difference? What was it? It was a different, I don't know. Anyway, so Malawi means the Levites. So in Swahili, Malawi, right? But means the Levites. That's where a lot of the Lemba also are. It's that south side of Africa. All right? Remember, brothers, don't get twisted. There was a divide. There was a cut. You know, they carved for Africa, the scramble for Africa. We all know that, right? Malawi is one of those places, but the Levites, they say that Malawi are the Levites. You understand? Malawi, the people of Malawi today are the Levites. The Levites. All right. So, from there, I've only got a few. I think I got, what was it? I got one more image that I want you guys to read. Right? I'm going to just put a dot next to the image so you can see it. Just put it up on the screen when you can. So basically what we're doing, family, is views online. We're just trying to show you that, hey, the Israelites are in Africa too. That's what we're showing you. You know what I mean? Don't be listening to no bugged out camps and stuff like that. Listen, the Bible says what it says. The Bible says what it says. All right? So read this.
The black Jews of Angola.
Read.
In the country called the Gabon.
The Gabon. Remember, we saw that on the map that was earlier. Gabon was also part of the so-called Kingdom of Congo. Right? It was one place. So your modern-day Cameroon, your modern-day Gabon, your modern-day Angola, even other parts were what? The Kingdom of the Congo, right? But we're going to show you that these are scholars writing this stuff. These are scholars. They know what they were doing. Read.
Near the Congo.
Read. So Gabon is near the Congo, which is today. Read.
There were black Jews known as the Bavumbu.
Now, there were black Jews known as the Bavumbu, right? Remember, we saw that on the image earlier. Right? There was a big image in red writings. They had all the Jews that were scattered throughout. The reason why they knew they were Jews is based on their customs, how they did things, where they came from. Circumcision on the 8th day. They were observant. Now, we have a lot of brothers within Israel United in Christ that come from the so-called continent of Africa. And they have these customs that were done to them. Circumcised on the 8th day. Do you understand what I'm saying? All of these things are coming back. And I even asked them, even with the fringes thing I showed you, you ask those people, why do you wear fringes? They'll say it's our custom and it's our right to do it. We have to do it. But the understanding of everything else, that's where me and you come in. We expound, right? We expound on that. I'm not done with that image. Put that image back up. Finish.
Some writers called them by various names.
Read.
Such as Mavumbu.
Mavumbu. See, now you see that. People start changing stuff. Mavumbu, Bavu, whatever the case may be. Read.
Mayomba.
Mayomba.
Mayumba.
Mayumba.
And Mavumba.
So different names. Same thing. Right? Same thing. Read the second highlighted part.
In appearance, these black Jews are hardly distinguishable from the other Africans.
You see that? Meaning that, guess what color are the Jews? Black. They are black. Read that, Jeremiah 14:2. Read that. I'll show you something. Yeah. The Jews are black. Yeah. We ain't crazy. We know what we're talking about. We're not bugged out. We know what we're talking about. The Jews are black. You understand what I'm saying? We're just expounding on basic scriptures. But I'm just trying to show you some sense so that you got context and something in your arsenal. Right? So read.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2.
Read.
Judah mourneth, and the gates
Yeah, read. Don't worry.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground.
So they are black onto the ground. You understand? They are black onto the ground. Now, carry on reading. In the meantime, IT, just get me the Bible dictionary on Ham, right? Just try to see if you can find it. It should be there. But go on. Just find it if you got it in your arsenal. Read.
In appearance, these black Jews are hardly distinguishable from the other Africans.
Why is that? Remember, we've been there since 70 AD. Listen, it's been 1,500 years plus. We've only been on this side for about 400 and something years or whatever the case may be. That's 3 times. Now you see how the interracial stuff is happening already. Now, black and blacks, they were intermingling. That's how you got some, they call it Nilo. Go to that. Wait, before you get that Bible dictionary, find me the names of the Bantu thing that you showed me earlier. I want to show you something. I want to show you guys how there's intermingling happening, and it's in the Bible anyway. It's in the Bible. So get me that image real quick. All right. The image. Where you found it? The same page. There you go. Stop. Right there. So this is a part. So zoom in. All right. Now, just read it. Zoom in a bit more so people can see. Remember, people online, some people may have glasses and stuff as well. Bad sight. All right, that's cool. That's good enough. Scroll up a little bit. Yep. Scroll like towards where you can read. Yeah, that's it. Right there. So this is page 19.
The land of the heart of Livingstone.
Uh-huh.
Such natives as have traditions is that the races that were overcome by the inrush of the Bantu were inferior in war.
What did they say they were?
Inferior in war.
Get me Exodus 15 and 3. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why they're inferior in war. Because the Israelites ain't know what to play about with. I'll tell you straight. Read that.
Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. Read. The Lord is a man of war.
So the Lord is what?
A man of war.
So the Lord is a man of war. So who do you think his children are going to be? What do you think his children are going to be? You understand? We're going to be warriors. That's what I told you. You ain't going to walk up into no one's home and just sit there and they're not going to do nothing. We have to fight to stay.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We fled. We had kids and stuff like that. We ain't playing about. We're making sure kids have got a place to stay, have a place to eat. We were walking for years, wandering from place to place to find a place to stay. What do you think is going to be happening? For you to get peace, there must be war. So read that again. Read that again.
Exodus chapter 15, verse 3.
Read.
The Lord is a man of war.
So the Lord is a man of war. Do you understand? The Lord is a man of war. So now go back to the document. So read that again.
Such natives as have traditions is that the races that were overcome by the inrush of the Bantu.
So inrush, meaning that we ran up on them. You understand? Guerrilla warfare, ran up on them.
Yeah.
We was doing this stuff since Jericho. You understand what I'm saying? That was in our DNA. We knew what time it was. Do you understand? Oh, all praise to the Most High. Carry on reading.
Were inferior in war.
Read.
And easily overcome by their superior weapons.
Meaning that we had tactics of war. We understood how to take stuff down. The only difference is because we serve the Most High, hey, we ain't keeping these commandments. Our strength ain't with us.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying, brothers? Brothers and sisters, understand this thing. Now, carry on reading.
In giving the list of the groups into which the Bantu are divided by related dialects and local affinities, we begin at the northeast with local positions on the map of the subcontinent. The reader will follow the course of these designations by the numerals on the accompanying map.
All right. So from here you see Uganda, country of Uganda. It says south and west. It's showing you about the tribes that are there. Lukuhu, Kuwamba. And then you go down. It's saying what else is there? All of these type of tribes: Kikuyu, Pokomo, Swahili, which is a language, but it's talking about Zanzibar on the coast, which is Tanzania today, right? Kaguru, Sagala, Kami. When you go down, right, as you can see, you got Makonde. All of these are different tribes, but guess what? They're just going to be under the term Bantu, though. These are the so when you go into all of them, these are what they're going to call themselves today. Oh yeah, I'm a so-called Igbo. I'm a Yoruba. I'm a Bakongo. I'm a whatever you're going to say. But guess what? Those names ain't in the Bible. Those names ain't in the Bible. You are the Israelites, according to the Bible. You are the outcast of Israel, as it says in Isaiah 11 and verse 12. Some of you are Judah, but guess what? Not all you brothers in Africa are Judah. I'm just letting you know. You Israel, hold that to your chest. Keep the commandments. You'll find out what gate in the end. You understand? But that will be part one for today. That will be part one for today. After this, did you find me the dictionary? Yeah, get me the Bible dictionary real quick. And then we'll leave it with that. Right? I just want you guys to digest what's coming out. Otherwise, you're not going to digest it. You understand? But I hope you guys have taken something from today. Hope you guys are taking for something today. I just want to clear up some confusion. But this is part one. There's going to be more parts to this. All right? We got it? Bible dictionary. That should be there. Bible dictionary. In the meantime, what definition of ham? Bible dictionary. In the meantime, what I do want though? Get me Get me Revelations 22. And read verse 40. Because a lot of us are saying, oh yeah, but I want to know exactly what tribe. Guess what? There's some of you that are in the land of Jamaica. Some of you are Judah. Some of you are Northern. There's Iraq Indians over there. You grow up with Iraq Indians. You got Cooley over there. They're going to call themselves Benjamin today. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to call themselves Benjamin today. Not everyone's straight. You got family members that look Cooley. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to call themselves Benjamin today. You got brothers in Trinidad. Some of them are Cooley too. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. Some of you are going to call yourself Benjamin today, but you might be from whatever. So just read that.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 14.
Read.
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
So the most important thing is to do his commandments. That's the most important thing. When it's all said and done, yeah, keep his commandments. Read.
That they may have right to the tree of life.
So that they may have right to the tree of life. Read.
And may enter in through the gates into the city.
So may enter into the gates. What gates? Okay, let's get it. Let's get the gates. Let's get that. Let's get the gates.
Revelation chapter 21 and verse 12.
Read.
And had a wall great and high.
Read.
And had 12 gates.
So those 12 gates are what? Read.
And at the gates 12 angels.
So meaning that, guess what? If you ain't one of these Israelites, you ain't getting up in this. There's angels. We got this thing called ultimate security. Ultimate security on another level, right? Read.
And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
The 12 tribes of the children of Israel. That's what it's talking about. That's what it's talking about. So guess what? So go back now. So for you to enter into those gates, you need to be either Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, right? Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, Naphtali. You need to be one of them. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you need to be one of them. It ain't happening like, okay, oh, this is just I'm assuming. No, that's not the case. To get into those gates, so just focus on keeping the commandments. That's what your focus is. IT, have you got it yet? Yeah, that should already be a part of the material that's there. All right, get me Hosea 1. Get me Hosea 1 real quick. Read verse 10.
Hosea chapter 1 verse 10.
Read.
Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
So we are the sand of the sea. Guess what? If you put a bucket of sand from the sea, and remember, the sea, what sea? You know how big some seas are? Some of these seas are massive. It says that we are the sand of the sea. So if you just take a bucket of sand, you got trillions and billions of granules that are in there. Alone. So the world population ain't maths in what the scriptures is talking about. There's Israelites. We are the majority. Israelites are everywhere. We are the sand of the sea. We multiply.
Yeah.
You understand? They've always been trying to kill us, but we multiply. We are the sand of the sea. Now get me that real quick. Go that up so that people could get the definition. All right, so this is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. So read Ham.
Ham. Perhaps Hot. The youngest son of Noah.
The youngest son of Noah.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood.
Read.
And one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
He became the progenitor of the dark races. Read.
Not the Negroes.
Not the who?
Negroes.
Not the Negroes. So read.
but the Egyptians.
The Egyptians, so which is what? Your modern day Nilotic Egyptians. Your Waitusis. Your Maasai. Your Nubians. That are not Bantu, of course. This is who it's talking about. When it's Egyptians today, it's talking about the Waitusis, the tall ones that you see in Sudan. Very dark. Structures very tall. Similar to like Avatar. Avatar's actually, Avatar that we watch today, the images and the way they are built in the same way as the Egyptians. That's where they get the idea of the avatars today. Yeah, just to put it out there, right? Just to put it out there. That's where they get their ideas from. A lot of that is Sudan culture today, which is where? North Egypt. Remember that, right? So then you have Ethiopia, you have your indigenous Ethiopians, and you have your Libyans. Now, we do know that we had brothers living in Cyrene, which is Libya today. Do you understand what I'm saying? We do know that they are there today because we're scattered throughout all nations. But this is a distinction to show you that Ham is not the father of the Negroes. So-called Bantus do not derive from any of those. They derive from Shem. For you to be a Shemite, Shemitic origin. For you to be a Hamite, you have to come from Hamite origin. You understand what I'm saying, brothers? You get it? So Shemitic origin, Hamitic origin. They're two different. Do you understand? For you to be an Israelite, your forefather will not be Ham. But just to end it off with this scripture, Titus 3. Titus 3, read verse 9. Right, so yeah, on the left, your Y2Cs. The left. The Y2Cs on the left. The one on the left with the cows and stuff. That's, yeah, blur out. Yes, that one, blur out. That's the one. Thank you very much. Okay, can you zoom in? So these brothers and these, well, they're not brothers. Sorry. You know, it's everyone that's black, you normally just say it's a brother, right? But what I'm saying is, these lot know they actually know where they come from. They're not lost. They're not searching for their forefathers. They know exactly where they come from. Do you understand what I'm saying? They know exactly where they come from. They know that there's, I think there was a recent discovery. They know that, okay, our last kingdom of Pharaohism, they know. They know. They're not lost like that. They know where they come from. You don't have to dive deep into any of that. Do you understand? The Israelites don't know where they come from. Remember Jeremiah 17 and 4? Read that real quick. Read Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. I'm going to show you that scriptural. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4.
Read.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
So you will discontinue. So it's a proof to show you that the Israelites won't know. They won't know. You understand? The Ethiopians, they know where they're coming from. You understand what I'm saying? The indigenous Ethiopians, the Nilotic ones. You understand? The Nilotes today are the Hamites. You understand? But we do have Shem mixed in the midst of it. That's why we just teach this gospel. All right? So that'll be enough for today. Shalom, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to our pages and, subscribe to the Instagram also. Shalom, Most High Christ. Shalom.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion, nation endures.